Hi, I have 3 fun new things to show you this video, and I am going to be using the Chalk Talk stamp set, which is new in the new Stampin' Up! Catalog that came out in summer of June 1st of 2013, and the matching Chalk Talk framelits, which coordinate with the same shapes there. So they're available as a bundle. It's a great chance to get those. I have some pieces I've already stamped. I'm going to take this I'm So Grateful There's You that I've stamped in pumpkin pie and punch it with my extra large oval punch. I used my crushed curry marker to stamp this here again, and all I want for this part is the There's You. One of the trends you'll see in paper crafting right now is taking pieces of images or pieces of greetings and popping them up to make them stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to take this with my Stampin' Dimensionals, and I've already used all my edge pieces because I love them. So I'm going to go ahead and clip some of these in half and put these on the back of my There's You. This isn't even one of the 3 techniques that I promised you, so this greeting bonus is like a bonus technique. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this here. And so I have my Poppy Uppy tag, and so that's going to have a really nice impact for us. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to add the new stretch ruffle trim, whoa, to the back of our tag piece. The sticky strip is definitely my favorite adhesive for this. Let me pull it out. And the reason for that is that it sticks instantly and it is super strong, so your ribbon's not going to pull up. So this trim is really fun. It has just a little bit of an arc to it, just sort of on its own, so it makes it easy for this technique. So I'm going to take my sticky strip and I'm going to start on part of my tag, and what I'm going to do is the sticky strip doesn't curve, so as I go around the corner I'm going to press this down and just twist it a little bit. Now the sticky strip itself, the adhesive material, is very thin. It's the red plastic on the back that is the stiff part. So as I'm going, I'm just going to let that plastic bend a little, and when I get to the end I'm going to take my snips here and trim that off. You don't want to overlap your ends there, you're going to make yourself work extra hard in getting the backing off. So go ahead and peel the backing off now, and you'll see that as I pull that off, what's left behind, you can see it, is the sticky strip adhesive. Now when you apply your ribbon, I like to do this from the front side so that I can see what I'm doing, and I usually start I don't start right at the top in the middle because that's a place where your eye is drawn to. A lot of times I'll start to the bottom or on a side or a corner or something like that, so that if your seam doesn't like scream, hey look here, I have a seam. So all I'm doing is pinching onto the back as I go, but I'm watching on the front so I can see how much of my ribbon is sticking out so that I can get sort of a uniform amount of ruffle showing as I work around my tag. Alright, so there I get to the end, and I'm just going to take my snips and trim that off, and there is a great way to use the new ruffle trim, and this comes in all 5 of the new Stampin' Up! In colors. Alright, so now we need some cool things to layer this on. Okay, so this brings us to technique number 2, which is the new magnetic platform. I love it. It is meant for your framelits, so these little tiny wafer thin kinds of things that match the stamp sets. And you, I don't know if you can tell from the video, but, oh geez, I can't get, hold on. Okay, ooh, careful. So when you put your plate on here, the framelits just snap right on. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my framelit on and center it right where I want. Now there used to be all kinds of like goofy techniques that we'd use with like post-it notes and things so that things wouldn't slide when we tried to put them through our big shot. But this one is just, I don't have to use all my post-it notes for that anymore. So I have my magnetic platform in place of my adapter pad, and then this is my big shot here. So I'm going to make my sandwich and put my pieces through, and if you don't know how to use a big shot, I have lots of other video tutorials with more detail about that, so drop me an email and I can even send you a reference. But when you come through the other side, then you have your beautifully cut framelit piece, which is all ready to go, and super awesome with the magnetic framelits. Or magnetic plate for the Big Shot. Okay, so now we have our piece here. Let me bring some of my stuff back in. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down with Poppy Uppy Things, and we have now, a neat layered piece that you could use on anything, a gift tag or a card or whatnot. So that's 2 techniques, and I am ready to show you the third one. The third one we're going to do uses rubbing alcohol. So this is just isopropyl alcohol and a cotton ball and ink refills. So the way I got the colors for this card, I wanted to use the new in colors, but I realized I forgot to order the refills for these when I made my first order. So I've used my Color Coach cards, and these are the new ones for the new in colors. And I picked a color combination here that had 2 colors that I had reinkers for, even though I didn't have this third one. So we're going to use Pumpkin Pie and Crushed Curry to go with our Coastal Cabana. And really, when I first saw these colors, I thought, oh, that's not going to work out well. But you got to trust your color coach. Those people at Stampin' Up! Know what they're talking about, because this card came out really well. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of shimmery white cardstock, moment of blank. Now, if you read about polished stone, you'll often see that people say to use glossy white cardstock. Shimmery white is a really great substitute since Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry glossy white anymore, and I actually like it even better. The texture is heavy enough to work great for polished stone, and I don't know if you can see on the video, but it has this really awesome shimmer that makes your marble technique look even better. So I'm going to saturate my cotton ball here, so I have a lot of alcohol in here. I'm going to dribble couple dots of pumpkin pie reinker, and then a couple dots of crushed curry reinker. And I actually like to spritz my paper with rubbing alcohol too. So I have a old Stampin' Mist bottle, see how old that is? And I have it filled with alcohol. So I'm going to go ahead and spritz my paper, and then I'm going to start splotching my paper. Now, I like to twist and turn as I go so that I end up getting some nice variation to my tone. And you can leave some spots whiter or some spots not as white, but there is our really fun polished stone technique. And now I think you can see the shimmery white underneath is absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're going to turn this into a tag. Let me get my space cleaned up here. How convenient is that? I have cotton balls and rubbing alcohol handy. I can clean up my my board. Ooh, looks like maybe I should have done that a long time ago. Okay, anyway, it'll dry fast. Back to stamping. So what I'm going to do now is take those 2 strips of crushed curry and pumpkin pie cardstock, and I'm going to show you a quick banner technique. I'm going to lay this down here and put some snail on the back, down the length of it. I'm going to stick that onto my pumpkin pie strip, snail the back of that, and stick that onto my crushed curry. I'm so glad to have crushed curry back. I love this color. Okay, and then I'm going to take my paper snips. Now, I'm making a paper banner with a flag tag at the bottom, so what I'm going to do is cut up first, in the middle at the bottom, and then I'm going to cut from the corner to the top of my cut. See how that works? And then I cut from the corner to the top of my cut like this, and I get a perfect, there we go, flag tag banner. Okay, so this gets layered here with more Stampin' Dimensionals, because if you have stamped with me before, you know that I absolutely love Stampin' Dimensionals. I go through them like crazy. And then I have my piece of textured cardstock, which I pre-textured with my chevron embossing folder. And I'm going to stick this down with, of course, more Stampin' Dimensionals, and peel those off the back and stick this down on our card. And there we have our finished card tag. Super fun, and using the Chalk Talk framelits and the Chalk Talk stamp set. So if you have more questions about any of the tools that I've used, you can drop me an email or let me know. I'd be happy to answer them for you. I have lots more video tutorials, and I look forward to stamping with you again sometime soon.